All right, everyone, we're back. Another Basic Bogeys episode. We're here today with the Birdies in the Outfield, the B.I.T.O boys. Welcome, guys. How you doing?
Oh, we're doing well.
Yeah, great.
First of all, thank you so much for having us. We're absolutely stoked for being here and can't wait to get this thing rolling.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So kind of, I guess when we get started, how do you guys know each other? Like, how did this all transpire? And was this like a drunken conversation? Like, let's go do some golf content. I'll wear a crown and a cape and we'll just figure it out from there.
No, actually, it's funny that you guys talk about that. We actually know each other since we were like 9 years old. We actually played on the same travel ball team together. We played baseball growing up. And, baseball players.
I was a pitcher right through college. Hell yeah.
Exactly. And then we became rivals. We played against each other in high school. And then we ended up going to the same college together. Played at SDSU under Tony Gwynn. So from there, we had, our life.
Hold up. You played with Tony, you played under Tony Gwynn?
Yeah, we were lucky enough to play under a Hall of Famer.
Honey, grab the camera! That's so sick.
Yeah. Very fortunate to play under Tony Gwynn, especially being San Diego boys, San Diego legend. I played 3 years there for him. He played there 4 years, so truly blessed to be able to have that experience.
Yeah. Not to get too far off on this, because I could talk about baseball for hours. What years did you guys play there?
2009 to 2011 for him, and then 2012 for me.
Did either of you guys play with Strasburg then?
We both did.
We both did, yeah.
Holy fuck. Yeah, dude. Because I remember the ESPN story where he was a big boy. He was a big boy. And Tony said, you ain't playing unless you lose some weight. And then all of a sudden he's like, I'll lose weight, but I'm also going to be able to throw 104. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. That story's
insane,
incredible on its own. Yeah. Another local San Diego hero, legend. Actually, it's funny we're talking about San Diego State baseball. They just hired their new coach, another San Diego guy, Kevin Devance. So congratulations to him.
Yeah. Ex-teammate of ours.
A guy we played against.
Crazy.
So super stoked on that.
Baseball
We always find the Syracuse connection somehow, because Strasburg, before he went up to the Nationals, came here to Syracuse and was playing. They were still the Chiefs then? And the Sky
they were
Chiefs,
still the Chiefs, because
I
played in the NYCBL, the New York Collegiate Baseball League.
Okay.
And the day that I pitched there, we had a doubleheader in the morning. We all got free tickets because it was Strasburg's debut that day. And I got to stand, obviously, he's in the top tier shape of his life at that point. Right. I was about 7 feet away from him watching his bullpen, and that dude's thigh was as big as my chest. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. It was nuts. I think the radar gun said he threw 101, 102, and he had 6 Ks through 2 innings, and I was like, all right, this guy might be pretty good. It's fine.
It's gross.
Yeah.
Definitely gross.
I mean, we've seen him squat 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
It was insane in weight room. He was a dog for sure.
Jeez. All right, so you guys played it. So San Diego State, and then where does golf come in? When did this all happen?
So I played professionally for a little bit. He continued at San Diego State, and then once I was done, I played about 5 years in the minors, and then he actually ended up moving into my house. With my wife and I at the time. We were engaged, and I think we were just getting married. And he lived with us for a little bit, and we started Bretta's Broadcast. We were doing about 4 or 5 hours of YouTube skits that we were editing to get out that were kind of similar to along the lines of what we do here at Birdies in the Outfield, but it was more along the lines of football, a little bit more baseball. Ended up having 2 kids simultaneously in a very short period of time. Wow. And we love golf. We were the COVID golfers. We kind of played golf here and there throughout our baseball career, but never took it serious. Weren't as fortunate as pitchers and didn't have as much time.
Right.
Valid point. Continue.
But never took it seriously. And then in COVID, we're like, we don't do anything else. Let's try to get a little bit better. I still don't think we take it seriously. We try to be as good as we can be, but that's kind of where our golf intertwined was COVID. And that's kind of the Birdies in the Outfield as a crossover between baseball and golf. So the Angels in the Outfield
Yeah.
homage.
Hell yeah.
Love that movie growing up. So yeah.
Cool. So when did the Birdies in the Outfield kind of get started and like start that as its own brand, I guess?
We're into our 11th month, so we're coming up on a year right now, actually.
Oh wow, nice.
So from the Brothers broadcast, we transitioned into Birdies in the Outfield since we were just going out and golfing more and started doing more content. And next thing you know, we got the ball rolling with Birdies in the Outfield, and it is what it is right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Cool. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I fucking love that. I've been because obviously, being on dad duty, it's hard to like do your research on things sometimes because it's like, oh, he shit your diaper again? Sick. It's the third time in like 3 minutes. Yeah, these skits are fucking hilarious. They're so funny. And who is this Maximus Glizziest? What's his last name?
More idiot.
That's so funny. That is so good. Like, where do you guys come up with these? Like, while you're golfing, do you guys just have like a drunken text, like all of a sudden, like, oh, I came up with this, or how do you? I don't know. What does the thought process look like when it comes to that?
We are literally spur of the moment. We're gonna get this, we'll start with Maximus Glizziest More Idiot since we're talking about it. We teamed up with Chipco and knew that we were gonna be ordering gloves from them, and their gloves have designs on them. And I'm like, the Gladiator reference, there's with the thumb, it's on the thumb. I'm like, that's going to have to be my character. I'm going to order that hot dog.
I love
it. It's a spur of the moment thing. We kind of grab from things of our past. We dig deep into our childhood, the beep with the B.I.T.O boys as you're trying to get the semis to honk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of our stuff is inspired by our childhood.
Yeah.
In our inner child, and that's what we like about our content, and we hope it resonates with other people.
For sure. And everything's organic. Every time that we get an idea, we have this note thing going on our phones. We're obviously collaborators with each other, and we just try to write out as many ideas as we possibly can that just like pop up in our brain. So that's kind of how we kind of keep track of all our ideas, basically.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it. Like a couple episodes ago, we were talking with Cam from Just Go For It Golf, and like he just does that like same relatable stuff. And it's just, I mean, I was talking with him a while about it's hard where like sometimes we get caught up in like a reel, and I'll spend hours and hours on it, and then it's a couple hundred views, and then some of our stuff that's like gone for hundreds of thousands of plays is the like just quick cart cam, and it just hits relatable, and it's crazy how some of that works.
I never thought I'd get so many views and comments about my nipples, but alas, here we are.
You truly never know, and that's why I think content creating, especially or the internet, is such a wild place, and I think is a place for everybody. As long as you aren't chasing the views or chasing the likes, because like you're talking about, TJ, you can work on something that you truly believe is a Picasso masterpiece, and you get 6 likes, and you're like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened?
Exact words.
Yeah. So,
literally, dude.
But as long as you can kind of remain along the median line and stay humble and keep to the mission, good things will happen for you.
For sure.
Thanks for watching today's episode.
To see more of our content, be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube. We can be found at Basic Bogeys on all platforms.
Thanks. We hope to see you on the next one.